I know that there are going to be some people out there that are going to be excited for James Gunn's new Superman film, but I'll tell you this now: his first chapter, God of Monsters, of their first batch of films that they want to do, I guarantee you, with the financial problems that Warner Brothers Discovery is having, I guarantee you, only Batman Part Two and the new Superman film are going to be the only ones coming out as far as comic book films. I don't even think the rest of the God and Monsters are Chapter One. I think that's what it's called. I don't even think the other ones are going to end up even happening, especially with all the layouts that they're doing and all the cost cutting measures that they're doing. Because the thing is, they're going to have to trim off so much fat that might just end up selling off Warner Brothers. Anyway, I called it on the 22nd of August when I did that short. I said James Gunn's Gods and Monsters Chapter 1, he's not going to be able to do all of it. I said probably a couple of films he's going to be able to do. That was Superman and Batman Part 2. Obviously, he's not doing it, Matt Reeves is doing it. But the thing is, I was proven correct because I said that because when you look back on the 22nd of August, Warner Bros was not doing well as a company. I mean, like HBO Max. I mean, you name it. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so James Gunn's Peacemaker season two ratings flop hard, losing nearly 40% of viewers. And I don't understand if season one was so good of Peacemaker. I don't know how the hell season two it did so shit. Now I have not seen season two, but I heard James Gunn for some reason injected his own politics in there, and I don't fucking know why that they allow filmmakers to do this. Anyway, Peacemaker season two is confirmed a flop. I'm reading from Cosmic Book News. Samba TV reports that the Peacemaker season two finale was watched by 435,000 households over its first 4 days. That's 150k fewer than the season one finale, which reached 584k households. Season 2 began with momentum, pulling 22% more views for its premiere than the season 1 finale. That shows fans were excited for the second season. Now, the thing is, considering how good season 1 was, that's obviously not a surprise, um, but that early interest didn't hold. However, by the time the season 2 finale hit, viewership had dropped to roughly 39% from the premiere, a steep decline that erased the show's early boost. Adding to that, none of the season 2 episodes appeared on the weekly Nielsen streaming charts, suggesting overall engagement fell short of expectations for a show once seen as a breakout DCU hit. Um, and Gunn confirms no season 3. The numbers come just as James Gunn confirmed Peacemaker won't be returning for a third season. Well, the thing is that tells you again. Well, the thing is that tells you again there won't be any more upcoming roles for his brother, which I don't know why he keeps on casting his brother into his films. I don't fucking get it. And then there won't be no more film roles for his wife either because I guarantee because I tell you this now, um, the sale's going to end up going through just because David Zaslav rejected Paramount's first offer. The only reason Paramount came to them was because the thing is, I guarantee you, Zaslav reached out to Paramount and asked them if they want to buy out Warner Brothers. That was the only way it was gonna end up happening. So the thing is, Zaslav ended up causing this himself, and I would say James Gunn also. While he didn't elaborate on continuing on about James Gunn, it seems obvious that the decline in the viewership is the reason. If it was a hit, you can bet there would have been a season three. Of course, there would have been a season three. It should also be noted that Gunn built Peacemaker season two as a sequel to his Superman movie. However, fans bailing on the series suggests their disappointment with Gunn and the DCU. Um, with Superman reportedly underperforming financially, just as we first told you. And the thing is, I even said that Superman's gonna end up flopping, and you know what? It should have not flopped. Superman, right, should have done at least 900 million, or at least a billion, if done right, if done correct. Peacemaker losing viewers by the end of season two. Questions remain about Gunn's overall in DCU direction. We've actually been told that once Warner Bros. Discovery is sold, Gunn is out as head of DC Studios, right? So the thing, Superman bombed financially. No surprise there whatsoever. Because the thing is, when I saw the trailer, I thought something ain't right about this. Something's not right about um, James Gunn's Superman. It felt too much like Guardians of the Galaxy, and the way James Gunn writes and directs, especially like how we did with Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad. You can't apply that to Superman because Superman is a certain character, and he's got to be written in a certain way. To this day, the only one who did it successfully with no issues whatsoever was Richard Donner. Richard Donner was the one that cracked Superman when you really think about it. But it was universally liked. His Superman, and I suppose you could say, and Superman 2 as well, also. Um, but yeah, it didn't surprise me. And the thing is, um, what was in the Superman film, James Gunn's Superman, them other heroes. I don't know why James Gunn felt the need to put them in the film when the thing is, with this one being the kickoff for Superman for his DCU, right? This one should have been the primarily focus about Superman conquering evil and being the hope himself and doing that himself, and then for the sequel, then introduce the other heroes in the universe of which you're setting up. Don't do it in the first film, because the thing is, really, what you did was you pretty much did the same mistake on what they did with the DCEU previously before James Gunn took over. So you really just repeated the same mistake James Gunn did. So the short of it is that I'm reading still from Cosmic Book News. Um, is that James Gunn will be out as head of DCU, and if you think that this is not going to happen, trust me, they will end up getting bought out eventually. Warner Brothers will. Zaslav will be gone, and so will James Gunn. It's completely obvious. Zaslav promised the world, he like promised the world, everyone, that we're going to be back. Nope, no, they haven't. When you notice, look at through his tenure, they've actually done worse. The two heads, Mike DeLuca, um, and there was someone else. They've done well. They've actually done really well with Warner Brothers, considering their other films that they've done, like Sinners and whatnot. So the thing is, I doubted they're going to be gone. It's just going to be Zaslav and James Gunn. And I don't know why James Gunn felt the need to inject his politics into his stuff. And I heard that even in Creature Commandos, apparently that flopped as well. As far as viewership, that flopped too. I don't know why he feels the need to do that for. That did not help whatsoever. If anything, it just made it worse, and people were gonna end up and the people were gonna end up like, hang on a minute, why the hell is he putting shit like this into his stuff for? If he's as good of a writer and he's as good as a filmmaker as people like to think he is, then he doesn't need to do that. He could just have the story sell itself. But and this is the thing. I know that the James Gunn diehards are going to be, no, Superman didn't flop. If it didn't flop, and neither did Peacemaker season 2, and neither Creature Commandos, I tell you this now, Paramount wouldn't be looking to buy out Warner Brothers. That would not be happening whatsoever. It's happening because I think it's James Gunn failed, and but as far as Batman Part 2, that's going to end up happening. without a doubt, that's going to end up happening. But as far as Supergirl, who the hell knows? Because I know they're currently filming it, but just because they're currently filming it, they could just end up canceling it. They did it before. They've done this. They've done this shit before. It doesn't mean to say that they can't. Um, but anyway, James Gunn, man, he failed. He just repeated the same mistakes that they did with the DCEU on, like when Zack Snyder was supposedly taken over. So basically, James Gunn was no better at all. So it's like, what happens? What happens now to James Gunn? Who knows? I get the feeling he's not gonna have his hands on a. I get the feeling he's not gonna have his hands on a big tempo superhero film ever again. I honestly think it's time that mid-budget films start to come out. Like how they used to come out in the 90s and the early 2000s. I think they need to end up coming back because I get the feeling I get the feeling that's what people are starting to crave again. Like where the story is the selling point and the characters. Yeah, because I would like to see more films like that than superhero films, to tell you the truth, because it's definitely on the fact that superhero films are pretty much the popularity of superhero films is just not coming back. I mean, that's a given. It's just so obvious. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and you can follow me on in my YouTube links. Obviously, I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, X, Rumble, and you could donate to me on PayPal also. Yeah, let me know in the comments of what you think about this. Do you think I mean, did you like Superman? I never personally saw it, but the thing is, when I saw the trailer to it, I was like, something's really off. Something's really off about this. Something doesn't seem right about this. It should look better than this. And I know that people are older. No, I think it's Krypton or Crypto, that the little cute dog. No one wants to see Superman treated like that. Superman is supposed to be a masculine, hopeful figure that's there to be humanity's savior. Don't treat him like that. And I don't know why James Gunn felt the need to put that in there. I'm telling you that sometimes his quirkiness can be his own undoing. And he proved it with Suicide Squad season 2. I mean, Suicide Squad. Um, Peacemaker season 2, Creature Commandos, and he proved it with Superman as well. As I said, he failed. So did David Zaslav. Most importantly, them two are going to be gone when this sale goes through. Mark my words. We all know it. It's just that the James Gunn diehards just don't want to admit it. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.